Verone, I feel like a good place to start is that interception you had, when you guys were kind of backed up and needed a big play. Just kind of walking through that and how it felt to come through for you.
Well, so it was 3rd and 18. If you look on the TV copy, you can see me saying like they're about to run an under route. And once he started rolling out, I was coming down. I was thinking, I saw Mace, so I was like, if Mace goes up, he's gonna try to dump it over him, and I was gonna try to just blow up Olave at that point. But when he overthrew it, I was like, oh, it's an opportunity to get a pick. But I think, I've been thinking about it, because I was like, I need to get the ball back. I missed the opportunity earlier in the game where number 11, he caught the ball. I should have went and attacked it and made the play. So I was like, it's got to come back. It's going to come back. So just stay ready. So that's kind of what went through my head.
How rewarding was that, knowing in 2019 you had that touchdown pass thrown on you in that big of a game, and this time around you make the play to get the touchdown, to get the interception?
Everything comes back around full circle. I mean, one play didn't define me, and I knew that opportunity's going to come again, and just make the play, especially with experience and just having poise. We've always talked about on defense having poise throughout, no matter what happens, good, bad, ugly, just staying poised. So just able to do that in a big game like that was I definitely loved it.
As sort of the quarterback of the secondary, how do you evaluate your numbers where numerically it's not very good looking, but because of the way you guys played and didn't allow a pass over the top, it's actually, probably did what you wanted to do, but 484 is not what you were looking for either.
We want to be a little bit more aggressive, and I think that we can. I think we have a really good secondary, and we just need to challenge receivers a little bit more from inside and outside. But of course, the mission is you want to stay on top at all times for sure, not give up explosive plays. But I think we need to continue to build our confidence and really challenge guys. Definitely some good receivers at Ohio State for sure. But I feel like we've seen probably some of the better ones in the country, so we should be able to build off that because we can play with anybody, and I feel like we showed that. So that's probably gonna be the biggest thing.
Coach LaRuta used the dime package this past weekend, I think for the first time. Can you just describe what's different between this year and last year with Avalos was running? Because a lot of the personnel is similar, but like Addison was back there. The corner combination was a little different than what Andy was doing.
I mean, honestly, that one's kind of more of a coaching thing, just what they want to put on the field and who they feel fits certain positions, because you see a lot of guys change around. You see Jamal Hill, see Mike Hill, Dante. So it's just kind of a week-by-week thing. So that's probably the biggest thing.
Was the way DJ James played, having not been with the team all that long, and just the way he excelled in that game, being one of the defensive players, did that take anybody by surprise, or was that just who he is?
No, that's just who he is. I mean, he's been ready for the moment, and he was back on that field, and he was ready to go. Like I said, I told the DBs before the game, we play with no fear, no matter who it is, and that's what we went out and did. So it wasn't a surprise.
What is it that he does so well, though, that allows him to excel? Because I know it's not always man, but he's locked up with some of the best players in the country. It seemed like he held his own really at a high level.
DJ has really good feet. That's probably the biggest, and then he's becoming smarter and smarter every day. Just over time, being here for this is his 3rd year, so he's locked in and ready to go. Just mentally, I feel like that's probably the biggest step.
When you have some of those younger guys in there at Will, Keith, and Jabril, do you find yourself like talking them through situations, or are they sort of where they need to be from that standpoint?
A little bit of both. Sometimes, just move them over, whatever it is. But they've done a good job, especially with Coach Wilson, of understanding what's going on, and they've been ready kind of for those moments, and they're getting better. You're going to get better with time and experience. So to go in and play in such a big game and do what they did, I think they just build off of it. So
with Keith, obviously a really physical player coming in here, what have you seen him kind of do well on the ride?
Keith is real physical, and he can run. So a guy that can go sideline to sideline, and then that's not afraid to come up and tackle as a linebacker should. So he's getting better, and I think that he'll continue to flourish.
How important has Bennett's play been against Ohio State and just overall through 2 games so far for you guys?
I literally told him today, I said, you're just a savage. Just somebody's going to get it done. No matter, it may not look the prettiest, whatever, but he's going to get it done. And I think his energy and him being vocal and him just making plays has been big for us. So.
Tempo's been a bit of an issue these first couple of weeks. Bennett was talking about just making changes off, not looking out the cards as much, all that kind of stuff. How do you try to, in your role, help shore up some things when tempo has been a little bit of a problem?
Just being more urgent. I think urgency is big, and I think just within the cycle of the snap, getting your eyes back, getting the call, and then just relaying it so we can play. You don't have to think about it. So that's, for me, being the deepest. I got to make sure I communicate that to everybody.
We got a couple of pass breakups on the day where you were able to kind of put a hit on someone and knock the ball free. How much pride do you take in that, than knowing that they're going to have to feel your presence out there in the backfield and not just a ball hawk?
The biggest thing was send a message. Send a message early. We're here to play. We're not scared, and we're ready to make plays. So sending a message, then I always want to be physical. Especially early, you always want to kind of send your message then and show them that you're here and you're present. So that's big on it. Just being on time as well. staying in the target zone. You know, I've been looked at for targeting before in the past, so making sure that I'm in that range and not getting looked at for anything.
Coach Deruta was really complimentary of Bassa and his ability to move over. What kind of wow moments did you see from him when he was at nickel that you think can translate over to where he's at now?
The ability to understand gap schemes and run fits. I think he does a good job of that, and being able to blitz as well. All of those three things will apply for him to move over to the linebacker, because if you think about it, a nickel is still somewhat, it's like a linebacker slash safety slash corner. So being able to take that and move it over was easy for him.
I think Brian Day said something along the lines of like they didn't feel like they were in control of the game at any point. You guys were able to come up with some huge stops on 4th down. How did you kind of judge the momentum in that game?
Well, we played 4 quarters of football. I feel like that's what it comes down to, and we did that in all phases, from special teams, offense, defense, and sudden change happens in games, momentum. We just knew, keep the momentum. Even if we got stopped on whatever, it's 3rd down, we get stopped, punt. It's like, fine, we just go back out there and playing together. So those are probably all the big parts of just momentum changes and everything.
What's practice been like this week after a game that a lot of people have had circled on the calendars? Now you're playing an FCS school, but what's the atmosphere been like out there?
I want to know, back to work. We practiced Sunday. We were like, back to work. The game happened. We celebrated. It's over. We corrected it. Straight back to work. We want to know every week. I mean, it happened. We knew we weren't expecting anything different. We knew we could play with anybody, and we knew we were going in there to make a statement and win. So back to work. Good team coming up. Definitely you can't take them lightly. You can't take anybody lightly. It's college football. We've all seen that crazy things happen. So, you know, making sure we have the same preparation that we did the week before, keep it consistent. That's been the biggest part of practice.